In this video, I'm going to share with you what Buddha taught about ego that will shock you. I've been practicing and studying Buddhism for over 20 years now, and there are some of the teachings that really, when you think about them, they just make total sense. And other teachings that, why did it take me so long to understand this? And this is one of those teachings. So let's get into it. So the question is, what Buddha taught about ego will shock you. What was that? Well, Buddha taught that all phenomena are like dreams. Now, let's break that down. What does that mean, right? All phenomena means everything that we experience in our lives. Everything that we see, hear, feel, taste, smell, even our thoughts and emotions. It's called phenomena because it appears, it comes and it goes. Nothing is static, nothing is permanent. Everything is changing. Even our bodies, our physical bodies. We think they're solid, but our body right now, at this very moment, is made up of different chemicals, different elements, and it's constantly changing. In a way, we are no longer the body that we had yesterday. So everything that appears is called phenomena. And Buddha said that all phenomena are like dreams. Now, if you were to have a dream, you would remember having that dream. Like if you woke up from a vivid dream, you would remember that dream, right? You'd be like, wow, I had this crazy dream. But as the day goes on, do you remember your dreams from that morning? No. Why? Because while you're awake, you're engaged in other activities. You eat, you walk, you talk, you do all these things, and then all of a sudden something reminds you of that dream. So you start remembering parts of that dream, but not the whole dream. And sometimes you can't even remember that you had a dream that day, so it's very difficult to remember the details of your dreams. That's how it is with our lives. We have these experiences, these moments, these thoughts, feelings, and they're vivid, they're real. You know, sometimes you get so angry you feel like you're gonna explode. Sometimes you're so happy you feel like you could just float away. Sometimes you have a memory that brings tears to your eyes. But as the days, months, and years go by, do you remember all the details of your life? No, and that's because we're always experiencing new things. New thoughts, new emotions, and we get absorbed in those new experiences. Why am I bringing this up? Because Buddha said that all phenomena are like dreams. If you think about it, when you're in your dream world, you believe that that's real. Like if you're running from something in your dream, you totally believe that you're running from something. You're not like, oh, this is a dream, this isn't real. No, you believe that that's real. And then you wake up and you realize it was a dream. Why is that? Because our minds create these stories, our minds label things, our minds interpret things, and our minds think that those interpretations are real. But really, they're just stories. They're just mental concepts. The same thing happens when we're awake. Our minds create these stories and we identify with those stories. We think that we are the stories. We think that we are our job titles. We think that we are our relationship status. We think that we are the things that we own. And then when we lose those things, we suffer. But what Buddha is pointing out here is that all of those things are like dreams. They're impermanent, they're constantly changing. Nothing is solid, nothing is permanent, and the only thing that is constant is change. So don't identify too much with the things that are impermanent. Don't cling to those things because clinging causes suffering. But when you realize that everything is like a dream, that everything is impermanent, that everything is constantly changing, then you become free from suffering. So I hope this little teaching, this little reminder helps you throughout your day. Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, whenever you're feeling stressed, just remember, relax, it's just a dream. Just like in a dream, you wouldn't get upset at the dream, right? The dream is just happening. You wouldn't fight with someone in your dream. You wouldn't cry in your dream. You just observe the dream. You just watch the dream. That's what we need to do in our lives. We need to observe our thoughts and emotions. We need to watch our thoughts and emotions. We don't need to fight with them. We don't need to get upset at them. They're just here. They're just appearing. They're like clouds passing by. Just watch them. Just let them be. And you'll see that there's a lot of peace within you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.